Hi everyone, it's a Tides Changing here, and welcome to part 8 of Let's Build a Suburban House. So like I said in the previous part, this one was recorded right after part 7, so rather than taking suggestions, I'm just going to get into things right away. And I'm going to start off with the kitchen because I'm not exactly sure what to do with this area, and I want to hear what, you guys think, about what I should do with it. First though, I do want to put a painting in right here because I think something definitely needs to be on this wall. So I think a painting would be good. So let's just go with this one. There we go. I think that looks good. And I'm gonna add. I think this one. Actually, maybe this one would be a cool. Yeah, I think this would be good lighting for right here. And maybe we should have above this painting. We could have a wall light. So, since there definitely needs to be a little bit more light in here, so perhaps we go with this one that looks kind of like it's shining on the painting to showcase it. I think that looks pretty good. Okay, we can't lower that down anymore. There needs to be some light over there also. Yeah, the lighting in The Sims 4 definitely is a little bit dim. Yeah, I don't know how I feel, but like I don't know what to do with this area, and I don't really like how it looks too much. But let's just move on to the kitchen since it's a little bit easier to figure out what to do here. And I think this place needs a nice fridge, so we can go with this one. Definitely needs something nice in there. And as for the counters, I think I'm gonna go with this one. I think white, white cabinets and counters would look good for a kitchen like this because I do want it to be. I want this house to just have a very bright and open look to it, and I think that these types of cabinets will give it just that look. So I'm going to put cabinets in everywhere, and then after that I'm going to figure out where the stove will go and where the sink will go and all of that stuff. So I think we'll have the stove going right here. I think that'd be a good spot for it. And we should pick out a nice one, so I think this one will look really good in there. And I do think I'm going to leave the flooring as the wood, because I'm noticing that that's done in, I guess, in newer homes where they just have hardwood in the kitchen as well, and it gives it a nice open sort of a look. And I also should have some stairs going into the living room right here. So let's see, I think I'll go with these, or maybe I should go with the same stairs I used here. And I'm just gonna put the stairs over to this side. I think that would allow for a better use of space because if I put them in the center, then you can't really use the space as well in this area. Because at least with it like this, my thoughts are that I could have a couch here, another couch here, and then the TV here, kind of angled towards it. I think that would look really nice, and then I can also put in a smaller breakfast nook type table right in this area. Although maybe a white staircase would look better in there. So I will do that. I'll just put in a white staircase. There we go. I think that's good for getting down into there. But now we will get back to the kitchen. As for the sink, I was thinking I could have it on a counter island. So let me just put in an island in here really quick. So I think we can have it right in here. Actually, maybe I want to move that back a little bit. There we go. We can move it back there. And then on the other side here, we can have some regular counters so that way. Actually, maybe this needs to be forward a little bit more, like a half tile more. Yeah, I think that's a half tile. Yeah, so on this side right here, we can have the sink in there. So yeah, I think that looks pretty good. So, because I've seen in some houses where the sink is right in the counter island. I think that actually looks pretty neat to have it right there. So we'll just do that. And actually, yeah, that coloring's fine for it. And then now we also have to do the cabinets, so let's just put those in really quick. And then just have some nice cabinets that go all the way to the ceiling. Put another one in there, and then more on this side, although we do run into the issue here where we have the window, but I'm just going to do the thing I've done in houses before where I just put this corner in, this corner cabinet in and have it go right up to the window. That's definitely a nice way to fill the space. And let's turn you around so you can not look weird. There we go. Alright, so now we just got to use Alt and move that out a little bit to get it to place. There we go. I think that's definitely coming along as a nice bright kitchen. And then above the stove and the fridge, I'm going to have these higher up. Actually, can we fit in the regular cabinets? Yeah, oh, whoops. You know what? Yeah, I'm actually just going to have the regular cabinets up there. Although, we could put in the shorter cabinets. and have kind of like a shelf above the fridge so we could put in a shelf right here and just have some random items on it. That might actually look pretty neat, so I will just do that. And then above the stove, we definitely have to have a what was this called? Vent? For some reason, oh, stove hood. For some reason, I just completely blanked on what it was called, so we'll just go with that. So I think, yeah, this kitchen definitely has just a very nice, breezy, open look to it, which is exactly what I wanted. That was a look, like I said in the previous part. Someone suggested that I just give the house a very nice, bright and airy type of a look. And then perhaps over here we could have the cabinet. Yeah, I think that looks good. So on the other side of the doors there, we just have that nice floor-to-ceiling cabinet. So I definitely like how that looks. And maybe we could have another one over here against the wall. We can see how that looks. Actually, I think it was fine. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe it was fine how it looked before because it was a little bit more symmetrical looking, I guess. So we'll just keep it like that. And then now we do have to add in the decorations and all of that. I've also seen some, I mean, I don't think I'm going to keep, no, I'm not going to put a sink over here because it just isn't centered in front of the window. But I have seen in houses where they have a sink in the aisle and then, or the island, and then they have another sink in front of the window. So I guess you have like, I don't know. I don't really completely get the point of, or the necessity to have two sinks in the kitchen. I guess it's like you have one on the island for when you're preparing food and then another one for when you're near the stove. I don't know. I don't 100% understand that the point in it, but I've seen that in houses where they do that. So maybe a nice fruit bowl on there, or oh, we definitely have to have some paper towels and some soap on there for Sims to wash their hands. So I think we have to go in here to find the soap. That isn't really in the kitchen item. So we can have the soap on one side and then the paper towels on the other. And let's change that to we'll just keep it white. Actually, maybe the original color looks fine. And then next to the stove, we definitely have to have these kitchen utensils right there. And let's just change the color of these to something a little bit, yeah, there we go. Alright, that looks good. And what else is there that goes in the kitchen? Oh, we should probably also place in the appliances first and then do the decorations just to see what space is left. I'll put this one in, I'll put that, I don't know why, but I like putting microwaves on the corners for some reason, some silly reason. And then over here we can have the coffee maker and that little coffee mug rack thing that I like using. Let's see. We can add in, do we want to add in that nice fancy one, or let's just go with the standard one. And okay, so we can't use Alt to place it elsewhere on the counter. But I think that that looks good, and I believe that that's all the smaller appliances that we can add in. We also need to have a smoke detector here, although I'm not 100% sure like what the purpose of them is since there's no fire department to call. But I guess they just alert you to the fact that there's a fire in case you didn't realize it. And we do need to have a trash can in here somewhere, so I don't know, I guess I can add in this fancy, I don't know, like I know they get money from this one, but I don't completely like how it looks. I don't know, I wish... And there we go, we just placed that in really close to the island right there. And let's change the color of that. Oops. I think I have a black trash can. There we go, I think that that looks pretty good. And then now we can get back to adding in the decorations. So let's go back and see what all we have. We also have a nice little, ooh, that might be something good. Like I said, to have a shelf above the fridge and then have a cookie jar on top of it. That might be a good idea. So let's see, we have this little shelf right here, so maybe we can have that just right above the fridge as close as we can get it. And then, I'm not sure, we're probably not really going to be able to, ooh, we can actually fit that on there. Okay, cool. And let's see if we can make this all white. We might not be able to. But I think that's good for the kitchen. I'm not sure what, I guess it's supposed to be like spices and food stuff. I do wish it could be made to be an all white color though. That would be a little bit better. And let's see what else we can put on there. Maybe we can put some books on there too, so it's kind of like a stack of cookbooks. Okay, so those don't fit. I'm not sure what other... There are these ones too, so those don't fit either, so I guess we just have to put these books up there too. So like I said, kind of like there's some cookbooks just hidden up there. And let's use those colors. And as for, there's definitely not enough light in here. That's unfortunate. I could put those bug lights in, but the problem with those is that I think when you download the house, they might not appear. So that's kind of the problem with putting them in. We could kind of put some lighting that's sort of hidden up below the counters to light it up some. Maybe just is there just, okay, so there's this light right here. So perhaps what we can do, yeah, I think that'll work. In some places we can just like shove it up as close to the counter as we can, so that'll give some nice lighting in there. That actually lit this place up a lot. So I think that's fine for over here, and then maybe we can add in a couple over on the other side near the window, because once it's night and there's no more light coming in through the window, it's going to get kind of dark in here, so we can have some of those over here, and then another one on the other end. Okay, so let's just get that. There we go, so that nicely lit up the kitchen. That definitely looks a lot nicer and a lot brighter than it did before, so let's just continue looking through all the decorations to see what there is. I think most of the decorations are in this other miscellaneous section right here. We do have this nice little teapot, but I'm not sure if that looks a little bit too old-fashioned to go in there or not. Also have that. We could add, maybe we could add this in over here, like for food preparation. So there's one near the stove, and then I guess we can have another one over here for when someone's over here preparing food. Theoretically, of course, because, you know, they don't actually use any of those, but I just like to think about it in terms of, like, if they're real people, what they would be wanting to use. And then I also wanted to add this in over here, so we can add this in close to the wall. And then we do have to leave a couple of completely empty counters for food preparation, because I do need to have at least one empty full counter to be able to do that. Oh, whoops. I don't think we can change the color of this coffee thing. Can we? Nope, we can't. Okay, well, that's fine. I mean, that looks fine, so it's not really in need of being changed. But let's see, what else was there? We could, but that, once again, that's another decoration that I think is a little bit too antique to be placed in a kitchen. Ooh, we could add a nice spice rack maybe near the stove right here. Yeah, we can kind of maybe turn it a little bit, so someone can just easily grab the spices while they cook. I think that looks good. Let's see what else there is. I think there's not really a ton more stuff than that. And I also don't want a stolen interesting. I didn't know there's a stolen ATM item. I think that's about all of the actual kitchen type items, so we could add in a few plants too and then just have that be it, because I don't want to overload the space too much with decorations, but we can add a nice little plant in right there and maybe change it to, let's change it to this bluish color. I think that'll look good. So then we do have a good bit of space left for them to prepare food on. Like I said, I don't want to overcrowd the kitchen, and then we also do need some bar stools on the other side of there so they can sit there and eat. So let's go with this one. I think that would work really well, since, you know, these come in the white color and are more contemporary looking. I think I'll keep them blue though. I'll kind of have a blue accent theme going on in this kitchen, you know, with this plant here and then with these. And then I was hoping to have space right here for a table, but I'm not exactly sure that. Yeah, there's only 2 tiles there, so I don't think. I might not. Yeah, I'm not really gonna have space right there for a table, but at least we do have this little bar stool dining area right in here. So I do need to put some railings right there going, you know, to border that. So there we go. I think that looks good. There we go. So we got some nice railings. I do need to replace these, so let's just try this. Okay, so we just have to hold Alt. Oh no, is there seriously not a way to change it without, like, why can't I? Maybe I need to. That's weird, because if you hold down Alt, I thought it was supposed to, or was it Shift? No, it's not Shift, it's Alt. But it's trying to change all of them. Maybe I can. That's really disappointing. It's either all of it is or not. Well, maybe we can change this. So we could change these, but then we can't change the ones on the. Yeah, that doesn't change anything. but then we can't change these, or else it changes it outside. Yeah, unfortunately, I just don't know how to fix this, which is just really disappointing. Maybe when I furnish it, I can just make sure that I cover up all of this, although this border might be an issue. I could figure out a way to make it work when I come to that, but I'm just gonna get back to the kitchen for the time being. So I think that's all the decorations that need to be placed in here, so I'm just going to change the wallpaper to a more backsplash type looking one, or I guess a more tile type wall. So there is this diagonal tile wall that I really, really like using. So let me just put it all over here, and then we can also have it on this wall as well. So I think that that looks pretty nice here in the kitchen. I'll probably go, let's see if there's a blue color, because I think if I change it to blue, it would look really good. Let's see how that looks. It's not the exact same blue as everything else. Maybe we want to go with white. Let's actually try white. But then that might be too much white. I also don't know if I want to go with this all over the place. Maybe I could have the wall be a blue, more of a blue pastel wallpaper, and then I could change just behind the stove to be the tile. So it's kind of like, you know, a tile accent just behind where the stove is, because I think the tile everywhere does look kind of odd. So let's find a nice pastel type blue right here. So I think that would look really good and would really add some brightness to the space. So there we go. I think that color looks really good. And then, like I said, I'm going to put a tile backsplash behind the stove. So do we want to go with... No, I think we want to go with white for that. Yeah, so there we go. I think that looks good, although maybe I want to just go with just some straight tile. Not that kind. Yeah, I think that actually looks maybe a little bit better than the diamond type tile. Maybe a even smaller one though, or maybe we could try this. Oh, that's just like the... Oh, that's even... You know what, that actually kind of looks a little bit better maybe. Although the diamond tile does match that one a little bit more. Or I meant the tile on the counters. Maybe the smaller... No, that's one I had in there before, I think. I mean, I do think it looks good to have the different tile behind the stove, but maybe that one looks best. But we definitely got a very nice bright looking kitchen in here, and then we also need to put some curtains on the windows right here. So I think I'm just gonna go with these ones right here, just something, maybe not, maybe I can go with these. Yeah, there we go. I think that's good. And then you got a nice little blue accent in there to go with the whole blue kitchen thing. And then we could also put in some little, there were some smaller wall decorations that looked like they would really fit in well with the kitchen. So we can just try like this. Okay, so that's not exactly that small. Maybe we can have a spot where it's just the smaller cabinet, right? Oh, that was the spot where I put that light right there. But I mean, that could be an idea to have a... Maybe we can move this over here and then put another one on the other side. So that would actually brighten things up even more. And then we can go back to the decorations and just put a little decoration right here. Let's see where... No, that was in wall decorations. So we can have this. That looks like something pretty kitchen-y. Although, I don't know, maybe it look better just to keep the other... Or actually, let's go back. And then we can just find some, there are some smaller ones. There's like this one right here, which I think would go well. There's also this little cow thing that would fit in. So we can also add that. So we can just keep it the way it is and just add in some smaller ones. So there we go, we can have that. And we can see what other little decorations are that would fit in well. They could add this little sun in. I'm not sure if that's getting to be a little bit too much in the decoration department. Yeah, maybe we'll just leave that and leave it at that other little thing. You know, maybe we'll replace this one with the cow, because I did like the cow. Yeah, there we go. I think that this looks... Yeah, I think that looks really nice. It actually reminds me of my parents' house, because my mom has this obsession with cows, I guess, or not really obsession, I don't know. She just likes getting cow decorative items, so our kitchen's cow themed. Like, I think there's cows on the wallpaper in it, and then she has this little basket thing full of stuffed cows and then a cow clock. It actually it looks pretty cute, but it's just kind of funny how she keeps getting all these cow things for the kitchen. Maybe I can also put in this right here. We can see where, okay, that doesn't really fit anywhere. Okay, so we want to add that in. For some reason, wait, can we change the oh, why do I always do it? Okay, so we can't really change. Maybe right here I want to have more of a square type of an arch than this rounded one. So let's just go ahead and replace that. Ooh, maybe this one. There we go. I like how that looks. Yeah, I think that that looks pretty nice. Maybe we shouldn't have the... Yeah, there we go. Maybe we should just take out the backsplash, but yeah, I think that that's a pretty nice, open, you know, contemporary looking kitchen. I'm not sure if it needs more decorations or not, or if, you know, it looks a little bit too plain. I can also maybe kind of start on the living room this part. I'm not gonna get it finished though because, you know, that would just make things take a little bit too long. But maybe I was thinking about just having carpet in the living room instead of wood, just so it's something a little bit different. Alright, so here we have to do this. So yeah, we can't use shift to place in here, we actually have to drag it. I think, yeah, I think maybe some carpet down there in the living room would look good, although I do want to use more of a white color. Yeah, so I think that looks good to make the living room feel a little more cozy. Something that was pointed out to me in someone in the comments that they noticed that you can't place fireplaces down on the floor in these areas, and then I actually found that out firsthand when I was working on a house, and then I tried putting a fireplace, and then I found out that it actually kind of actually stuck on the foundation. So what I can do is just add a little 2x2 foundation area. Hopefully when I move this over, it stays with the same foundation type. Okay, good, it did. So what I was thinking was I could have the foundation or the fireplace up on an elevated area, so we can use this one here, just something more contemporary. Although we could try lowering the foundation of the house a little bit. So let's see, let's just lower it down a notch. There we go. Okay, maybe even more. So we could lower, I guess that looks fine. I think it looks fine to have the foundation on the house a little bit lower than it was. So let's go and look around again with it a slight bit lower. I'm not sure if it's too low now. Yeah, that might be a little bit too low. Maybe up a notch. Yeah, I think that that looks a little bit better. Because I do really want to have a fireplace in here, but then I just feel like this looks like it's up too high. Because I mean, sometimes in houses they do have fireplaces that are up on sort of a, I guess, like elevated platform. So I could keep that like that, but then I'm worried that it looks odd. But I just really want to have a fireplace in here. Like I feel like it just wouldn't be as like cozy feeling without one, and then we could add in the fancier one, which maybe makes it look a little bit better. I don't know. I mean, maybe it'll look better once all the furniture's in. I'm just worried it looks like that's a little bit too high, and then if I lower the foundation of the house more than this, it just looks strange. So that's definitely something to think about. But I can start adding. I'm probably not going to do the wallpaper or anything like that in here, but I could start adding in some furniture. So I did want to have the TV on, I guess, an accent table and have it, like I said, have the couches in an L shape over here, and then the TV over here in this corner rotated towards there. We also do need to have some lighting in here as well, so oops. I don't know why this is like, this one's supposedly just a kid's room lighting. Oh, I see, because that star's on it. What to add? We could just do this one. I mean, we could just have that there in the living room. That does brighten up a little bit. Hopefully we can cover all this up with the foundation. That's just really a disappointment that that's not working correctly. We could have this one in here. Have the TV on that. I do want to have a big TV though. So maybe we want to actually have one of these. We could have it on this and have it rotate a little bit. Go in there. Okay, I think we're gonna need this. What happens if I make it? Okay, that's not gonna work making it larger. What was I thinking? But what would be good for the TV? We could see if it fits on that. So I'm gonna go with like I said, a nice big one, and that's not gonna fit on that. So we do need something a little bit bigger. We could have it on this. Then we could have it there in there like that, have it come out a little bit more. That does cover up the foundation right there in that corner at least. And then we should be able to fit the TV on here and rotate it. That's not a very good viewing angle from over there. We can see about rotating it a little bit more. There we go. Alright, I think that's good. Yeah, there we go. I think that's pretty good visibility from there. Let's change the color of this to be more of a bright color. So there we go. I think that looks pretty good. Let me get rid of this because that's actually driving me nuts a little bit. We could just have this. Oops. There we go. Let's just put this there for now, so it's not the siding, because having it being the siding was just driving me nuts a little bit. Like I said, I definitely am not going to get the whole living room finished at this time, but I just wanted to get a start on it and kind of start laying out things and getting an idea for how the space was going to be used. So we can add in that sofa. I think that'd be a nice sofa for this room, and then, like I said, we could have another one in here to kind of give it an L shape, and that also helps to cover up the whole siding issue going on right there. And then we do need another one right there. We could also, can we put the TV on this actually? I don't think, yeah, we can. Alright, we'll just put the TV back there. I just want to see if that works. So that also, you can't really see the siding through that either, or the foundation through that either, which helps a lot. And then, let's have this be a lighter brown type of a color. Actually, can just do that. I think that, because I do want to get some darker colors in here to, since, you know, there's light flooring and the other furniture's light. And let's give this fireplace a brighter look. There we go. I think that looks nice. I definitely want to know if you guys think that this looks okay. I don't think it looks too bad. I just really want a fireplace in here. Also, like I said, I wanted to keep with the suggestion to keep the colors bright. Like I said previously, there aren't really a ton of bright colors with this couch. So maybe I can just leave that white for the time being. And then we definitely do need to have a lamp on this end table right here. So that's what's going to go in there. Let's go with, where was this one? This one's a nice lamp. And let's change the color of that to be a nice bright green color. And then we also need some, we need to add in curtains for the windows there. What works with these? I think those actually work. We could also... No, I don't want to do that. I think that those were the ones that work best for those curtains. Or these ones also. I actually think those look a little bit better. So we can add those in. I had to figure out some other stuff to cover up this area. I was also thinking about having a bookshelf in here too. So I'm just going to add in some more furniture and then end the part. We could add this one, and but then that doesn't, we could also add just two of these next to each other, and that might help to, but that looks a little bit off balance from the other side of the room, because the TV isn't as tall. Maybe that might be, I don't know if industrial furniture works in there as much. I'm trying to figure out what to use. We could just have this one in here and then move it over a little bit to kind of... Okay, so apparently we can't. So kind of, it has to go in there or else it doesn't fit. You can still see some of that through there, but maybe it's not too super noticeable. And I think that bookshelf looks fine. I was worried that these ones were a little bit... they're like the same height, but having it go across all the way might just make things look a little bit overpowering. But the living room's starting to come along, so there's kind of the rough idea of how I wanted to lay things out. We also definitely need to have a coffee table in here as well, and a rug. That's another thing to add in there. But I can... I forgot to put in rugs in the kitchen. I definitely wanted to have a rug right here in front of the sink, so I want to use this one just to add something a little bit bright and fun to the house. And then we can give it... orange might be a little bit too much. We could give it this powdery blue type color, but then again, having too much blue might not look good. We could add that, you know, nice pale green in there. That might look good. Maybe a different, I don't know if maybe I want a slightly different kind of blue because I feel like that blue doesn't completely fit in. That one doesn't either. We need more of a, ooh, I think this one works. Yeah, I think that that blue looks a lot better. It just ties in with all the other blues more so because that blue is just different than this blue and it didn't look quite right. So I think that that looks pretty good and it'll look even better once there's a the dining room's finished and you know you look in there and see dining room furniture. I can also try really quick to see if I can add in. I could maybe just have a table and have a chair on either side this way rather than sticking out this way because I feel like there does need to be something there. So we can just do that really quick. So there's a little bit more seating in here. So we can go with this table that's more contemporary looking, and then this one which matches the bar stools. So we can add the table and chairs in there. So there we go. We've got a nice little dining seating area in here, which gives a little bit more to look at when you look at it from this angle. But there we go. That is the finished kitchen. And next part, I will finish up the living room. Like I said, I just wanted to kind of give a general idea of what I'm going to go with it, so you guys can leave further suggestions on what I should do with the living room when I continue working on it next part. Also, you know, if you haven't suggested, you know, left suggestions for this and already and you have some, I do want to know what you guys think of the foyer area. But I'm going to end the part here, so I hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching, and bye!